Hello guys, so welcome back to We're messing about this weekend with the planes. In the previous video we did aerobatics. This time let's have a look on the air race planes. Again, using the same plane, being the slick. Because I play on a keyboard, I find the smaller planes are easier to play around. Just like in the aerobatics, also here you have specific icon points available, which I don't have on at the moment, so I need to reset a few things here. Extreme mode you can always use. If you use the handbrake it goes faster to turn the plane and such, so put 25 points on that. Perfectionist, probably the most important one, that increases the gate angle allowance. To get perfect things you need to do some sort of figures going to the gate, and if you get like the right angle and the right figure, you get perfect gate. If you put 25 points on here, you have a 10% more allowance, which means you don't exactly have to fly through the line which is indicated. A bit under or a bit over it will also count. That's why you need 25 points on here. And this is also for air race. The nitro refills 10% when you're passing the perfect gate. So if you do get a perfect gate, your nitro will refill faster. Oh, it's only 7.5% here if you put 25 points. So and the same goes for the plane itself. It's sort of like drift and aerobatics and so on. You have specific bonuses also for monster truck. And do also not need to put it only on the icon points, also on the parts itself. I don't have that many available at the moment, but what do we have here? A perfect gating, I think. Nitro refill, a bit more, not that much. What we need is this symbol, more specifically the right one. The perfectionist, 2.6% more gate angle allowance on this one. And of course you want to have that percentage that's higher. So I might win a purple part with the same symbol on here, but it might have a higher percentage. Obviously we're going to put that one on. It's sort of like the slippery bonus in drift. Always put on the higher till eventually you get to the highest. This one is 2.9%. I'm not sure what the maximum is. These are purple parts, so it was like 2.9. This one is 2.6. So there's a good chance that like 3% is the highest you can get. And what do we have here? Let's have a look. 0.8 only on this one. So I guess the perfect part is a combination of this symbol with this one, and those two on a purple part, probably the best that you can do. Other than that, it's more based on time. You're up against an opponent, a ghost more or less. And very often he might even be a bit of ahead. But the thing is, you have perfect gate, and if every time you hit a perfect gate you get like a bonus second. It's like the green seconds that you will see on top of the screen, and at the end of the race, that time that you have there in green, every time you hit a perfect, let's say you do 10 perfect gates, then you will have a 10 seconds bonus. So you might be 4 seconds behind the ghost. With your 10 seconds bonus, that means that that time is deducted, and at the end you will be 6 seconds ahead to beat the eventual score. Anything else? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's about turning around as well, of course. Because very often you fly and you do and all kind of stuff, but you have certain figures you need to perform for certain angle. It can be straight, it can be sideways this way, or it can be sideways that way. That's sort of the things you have to do. Sometimes the gate is a bit more left, just use the rudder. The key is also to keep the plane as low as possible. Don't go too high, because then you might drift away through the turbulence or whatever. And then turning around, you sort of do it with an Immelman. How do you do an Immelman? That's pretty simple. You start a loop, but you only do it half of a loop, and then you just steer 180 degrees. So first you do half a loop till you're like upside down, then you just steer, put it back, and there you go. Implement. Lean backwards till you are upside down. Go after lean backwards and just turn the plane around. That's an implement. That's usually the fastest way to. You can of course also put it in a knife flight and then lean backwards. That's also a reason or a way to get the 180 degrees turn, which you more or less need to turn the plane around at a certain point on the sculpting itself. But yeah, let's put that all a bit more in a viewable perspective, let's put it that way. Let's see, Black Mount, Marina del Rey, I don't know them by heart here. Las Vegas is definitely a tricky one, because you are, with the buildings there, have some issues. And the Arch Park Trail is also, probably the three last ones are probably the hardest. So let's put those things on hardcore mode and see how hard or easy it is to get those things. Let's start with Las Vegas. That's always a tricky one, where you usually will be behind the ghost, so you have to score as much perfect gate as possible to get as much bonus seconds. Yeah, we're gonna get some kind of cutscene thing, which I'm gonna skip if possible. Here we go. Check it, check it, check. Hero is going over all the checks and that kind of stuff.
2, 1.
So just lift up. This is already a pretty simple one to start with. Just keep it straight. Just with the rudder, keep it low, put it sideways, lean backwards a bit.
The clock doesn't lie.
Here we have one of those turning points. So we just do like half a loop, turn the thing around, and then aim for this one, which is a bit trickier to do here. Oops. There, I got it. That's not a perfect angle for these building things. And then you lose one gauge. That does not necessarily mean you should get. Always sort of trying to figure out where the next one is. See, we have these points on allowance. We have a bit more space to work around. There we go. We're like 5 seconds or whatever behind the ghost, but we had about 10 or 11 perfect gates, so that was good enough to get it time beaten as it is. So don't panic if you're behind the ghost, because your bonus seconds will be deducted at the end. So here is already, this is probably like the best part you can get. Gateway and Perfectionist, but of course the percentages probably can be higher, but nevertheless it's a pretty good part. And let's have a look what we have here. Extreme and Gateway, that's also a pretty good one. I'm gonna have a look. Yeah, I only have one other airplane, which is not even that good. I'm only using this. I've done all of the events with the slick thing here. So let's have a look on a bit different environment, shall we? the Arch Park Trail. Hardcore mode, yes please. This is also a bit of a tricky one, seeing you're messing about in the canyon. The first gate is down below there somewhere, so you immediately have to lean forward to descend. Mainly playing around with lean backward and lean forward. If you can
It's
keep
just
the
a
plane
check.
low. If not, you
Don't
might have
get
a
too
issue
cocky.
here or there. Now we do like half a loop and the 180. Like here, that was a bit too much. Leaning backwards and then almost flew up in the air with the turbulence kicking in. Almost
I know
lost
you
it
can
there.
do better. You've already done it in practice.
This is more or less, yeah, it's more or less a lap. So you sort of do the same route like 2 or 3 times on the straight. Like you can see, the Ghost is way ahead. About 4.1 seconds, but I have 16-second bonus already, 17 now. So it all doesn't matter that much that the Ghost is ahead. Just leave it be. Just concentrate on getting the perfect gates and you'll be just fine. So why I only got nice there. Was pretty good. Biggest fight you have with the plane is to try to keep it low, especially in stuff like the canyon and so. So they have some turbulence and wind coming from all sides and they try to push you up the air. So you're constantly fighting with lean forward, lean backwards to keep it low. But as you can see, if you can keep it low, it's not a big of an issue. Let's have a look. This is totally useless. Green parts, totally useless. And also purple parts with nitro and loot quality or whatever. Not that important. I do have, what is that here? Number 5. Yeah. Keeping that one, not deleting that one because it have a perfectionist bonus. In case I buy another plane, then you can immediately put it on there. And now we have the last one is also a bit tricky. Because lots of rocks to hit. And here you have to remember that when you do the turnarounds, like the half looping 180, you always have to go right. That's sort of yeah, learning the track, learning the route more or less. And then it will be just okay.
1.
Fly under the arch. Right here, and over the start. Half a loop. do a 180 and immediately know that you have to go right. It's always right. There's another turn here in this one, I think. Save again, half a loop, turn around and go immediately right. Fight here with like one angle that was not what it should be. That was like 3 gates ago, and I'm still fighting with that here. As it is. Speed it up a bit, get some, gain a little bit of time in case you miss a perfect gate here or there. 0.4 seconds behind, and I work my way up to 10 seconds bonus. Don't hit the wrong angle this time.
Looks like you were paying attention. And not just to me.
And then the time is deducted, and then you end up with like 7 seconds. Sort of the 3 hardest to do, I think. Yeah, also, we'll have a look at Daytona as well while we're doing it. Let's have a look. This is not that important. And this one has a gate allowance, so I'm going to put that one on. And then I can remove this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them I have already with gate allowance, so which gives you more room to maneuver. Let's do Daytona. No, it was a normal mode, I think. Can't change the difficulty anymore, I guess. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. And it's raining this time. That might have made it difficult. Here the key, the main key here is altitude. You need to keep it as low as possible. Because there's a lot of wind here on the coast. Keep it low, you should be okay. Straightening it out, bit of rudder. Backwards to make the turn. Immediately always press lean forward to keep the plane as low as possible. So here, lean forward, dive in. If you keep it low, you're fine. If you don't keep it low, you have some issues with
That's the way. Keep your nose up and stay ahead of the pace.
Turning point is the same as in the others, just do a 180 after a half loop. The Immelman thing. Got me there. But yeah, we're actually a second ahead of the Ghost. And we have a 20 seconds bonus. And we were ahead of the Ghost for the first time, like, yeah. Then you get a 137 at the end. But nevertheless, it keeps being a bit of a fight, especially with the keyboard. I know there are people playing some of the plain things with with the joystick or whatever. Also here, which is this. Always better than that. Doesn't even matter how much bonus you have on it. This one is a collector, which is very nice but completely useless for planes. And green parts don't have bonuses, so that's also not really useful. So meanwhile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these perfectionist bonuses on it. And then a gateway here, which needs to be replaced by another perfectionist, and with higher percentages try to get where you want to be. But yeah, that being said, to give you an example, the drifting, there I do have the parts all over the place, but even then it's not good enough. It's a bit too much grinding on these bonuses occasionally. Here I have slippery bonuses all over the place, and the multiplier goes to 144, 145 maximum. I am at 120, so the percentage on these bonuses also matters a lot. That being said, not talking about the drift, we were talking about the airplanes. After the aerobatic, a quick look on the air race this time. Few events in hardcore mode. Pretty easy to get once you get the hang of the planes. And yeah, let's put it this way. It is advisable for those who want everything at 100% to do all these events in normal and hardcore mode. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I do say it's advisable because you might need it at one point or another. That being said, see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.